Good morning, children. Today, let's start with chapter 13, volume and surface area. All the formulas of the solids, cuboid, cube, cylinder, cone, sphere and hemisphere you have learned in detail in class 9. Let's review the formulas, and in this year you will be dealing with combination of solids. Let's review the formulas in the beginning. The first solid is a cuboid. A cuboid, there are 6 faces and the faces are rectangular. There are 12 edges and 8 vertices. And now, if you consider only the outer surface of the cuboid excluding the base as well as the top face, you will call it as lateral surface area, and the lateral surface area of a cuboid is 2LH plus 2BH. When you take the common factor, 2H into L plus B, or 2 into L plus B into H, which gives you perimeter into height. That is the lateral surface area of a cuboid. It is perimeter into height, or this can be connected as area of 4 walls of a room. The lateral surface area of a cuboid can be taken very well as the formula for area of 4 walls of a room. That is perimeter into height, or you can by heart 2 into L plus B into height. The total surface area of a cuboid is the area covered by all the 6 faces. That means 2LB plus 2BH plus 2LH. That will be the total surface area of a cuboid. Now, the volume. The volume of any solid is base area into height. The volume of any solid can be considered as the area of the base into the height. So, the area of the base of a cuboid is rectangle, and the area of a rectangle is LB into height. One more important formula in the cuboid is the diagonal of a cuboid. The diagonal of a cuboid can be found out using the formula square root of L square plus B square plus H square. So these are the formulas connected with the solid cuboid. The second solid is cube. A cube has 6 faces and all the faces are square shaped and they have equal area. So the lateral surface area of a cube is 4 times A square, where A represents the edge of the cube. The total surface area of a cube is 6A square. Volume is, the base is A square, height is also A, which shows that the volume of a cube is A cubed or side, and the diagonal of a cube is root 3 into side. Diagonal of a cube is equal to root 3 into side. The next solid is cylinder. A cylinder has 3 faces, 2 flat surfaces, one on the top as well as one on the bottom, and a curved surface. The curved surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r into h. The total surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r into h plus r, that is 2 pi r h of the curved surface plus pi r squared on the top surface and another pi r square at the bottom, which shows that 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r square, by taking the common factor 2 pi r into h plus r. The volume of a cylinder is, the base area is circular, that is pi r square, and height to a height of h. Then if you have a wooden cylinder or a solid cylinder from which you remove another cylindrical portion with a smaller radius, the remaining solid you are getting is called as a cylindrical pipe or simply the pipe. So if you consider the lateral surface area, it will be 2 pi capital RH, where capital R represents the outer radius. Then total surface area will be 2 pi inner radius, 2 pi outer radius, plus there will be a ring portion on the top surface as well as the below, or it is pi 2 times pi R plus R into R minus R. This will be the formula for area for ring. Pi R square minus R square, which can be factorized as pi R plus R into R minus R. Will be a ring portion on the top as well as the bottom surface. So the total surface area of a ring pipe will be in this formula. Then volume of a cylindrical pipe will be pi h into R plus R into R minus R. The same way, volume of the outer cylinder minus volume of the inner cylinder. And then the next solid is cone. The curved surface area of a cone can be found out using the formula pi r L. Total surface area is pi r into L plus R, that is the pi RL of the lateral surface plus pi r square at the base if it is a solid cone. And the volume of a cone is 1/3 the volume of a cylinder if you take a cone and a cylinder of same radius and same height. That is how the comparison is. The volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r square h. Then the next solid is a sphere, and the curved surface area, or for a sphere the total surface area, that is only one curved surface area, that is 4 pi r square, and the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. Similarly, the seventh solid is hemisphere. Then a hemisphere will have a curved surface area of 2 pi r square if it is a hollow hemisphere, and it will have a total surface area of 3 pi r square if it is a solid hemisphere. The volume of a hemisphere is half of the volume of sphere, that is 2/3 pi r cubed. And then as special cases, you can consider as a spherical shell and a hemispherical shell, which says that there is an outer sphere and an inner sphere with a lesser radius. So the formulas for the volume of a spherical shell is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed minus r cubed, and volume of a hemispherical shell is 2/3 pi r cubed minus r cubed. You have to be thorough with the formulas, as the exercise questions are fully based on the application of these formulas. Let's proceed with exercise 13.1. This exercise contains questions which will have combination of solids. So any combination of solids, when the question is to find the surface area of the solid, you will be viewing only the curved surface area, and so the total surface area of the solid will be the curved surface areas of the solids which are making the solid. You will have to calculate the sum of curved surface area of the solids which are used to make the solid. Question number 1. Two cubes, each of volume 64 centimeter cube, are joined end to end. Two cubes are joined end to end. So when you see only the lateral face of here, when two cubes are joined end to end, the resulting solid formed is a cuboid. Find the surface area of the resulting cuboid. So the volume of cube is given as, the volume of a cube is equal to 64 centimeter cubed, that is a cubed is equal to 64, a cubed is equal to 4 cubed. Therefore, a is equal to 4 centimeter, that is the edge of the cube is 4 centimeter. So when two cubes are placed together, the length of the new cuboid, length of the cuboid formed will be 4 plus 4, 8 centimeter. The breadth of the cuboid will be 4 centimeter and height of the cuboid also will be 4 centimeter. The question is to find the surface area of the resulting cuboid. So total surface area of a cuboid is equal to 2 into LB plus BH plus LH, which is equal to 2 into length into breadth. 8 into 4 plus 4 into 4 plus 8 into 4, which is the same as 2 into 32 plus 16 plus 32, 2 into 64 plus 16, 2 into 80, or it is 160 centimeter square. That will be the surface area of the resulting cuboid. Question 2. A vessel is in the form of a hollow hemisphere mounted by a hollow cylinder. A hollow hemisphere mounted by a hollow cylinder. The diameter of the hemisphere is 14 centimeter. So that means the radius is given as 7 centimeter, and for a hemisphere the height as well as the radius remains the same, and the total height of the vessel is 13 centimeter. The total height of the vessel is 13 centimeter, from which we can find out the height of the cylindrical portion. The question is, find the inner surface area of the vessel. So since the question is inner surface area and the word hollow, which shows that you have to calculate the curved surface area of cylinder plus the curved surface area of the hemisphere to get the total surface area of the inner part of the vessel. The first part is radius of cylinder, the cylindrical portion is equal to 7 centimeter. Height of the cylinder is equal to 13 minus 7, which is equal to 6 centimeter. So the inner curved surface area of the vessel is equal to the curved surface area of cylinder plus curved surface area of hemisphere. You can underline the word hollow, which shows that it is the curved surface area. Curved surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi RH plus curved surface area of a hemisphere is 2 pi R square. After substituting the value, we can take the common factor. So 2 into 22 by 7 into radius 7 into height of the cylinder is 6 plus 2 into 22 by 7 into 7 into 7. Instead of simplification, we can take the common factor outside. 2 is common, then 22 by 7 is common and another one 7 is common. It is 6 plus 7. And now you can simplify as 44 into 6 plus 7 is 13. That is 44 into 13. 4 3s are 12. 13, 4. It is 572 centimeter square. Instead of calculating separately under the formulas, it is always better to take the common factor and then simplifying after taking the common factors outside. Question number 3. A toy is in the form of a cone of radius 3.5 centimeter mounted on a hemisphere of same radius. A toy is in the shape of a cone mounted on a hemisphere. The radius of both the cone as well as the hemisphere remains the same. The radius is given as 3.5 centimeter. Height of a hemisphere is also 3.5 centimeter and the total height of the toy is 15.5 centimeter. Given as 15.5, find the total surface area of the toy. The total surface area of the toy means the curved surface area of the hemisphere plus the curved surface area of the cone. So the height of cone is equal to 15.5 minus 3.5, which is equal to 12 centimeter, and the radius is given as 3.5 centimeter. And now for a cone we need to find the slant height. What is the formula for slant height of a cone? Is square root of h square plus r square, which is equal to square root of the height of the cone is 12 square plus 3.5 the whole square, square root of 144 plus 3 4s are 12, 12.25, square root of 156.25. How to find out the square root? By long division method. 156.25. The whole number part will start from the right group, from the ones place by twos and then the remaining, whereas in the decimal place from the left. The perfect square close to 1 is 1, 1s are 1, and then the two digits 56. The double of 1, which is the same as 2. A number which is close to 56 is 22 into 2, 44. Decimal 1225. Double of 12 is 24 with 5. 5 5s are 25, 22 to 1225. Remainder is 0. Therefore, this is 12.5 centimeter. And now, the total surface area of the toy is equal to curved surface area of cone, plus curved surface area of hemisphere, which is the same as curved surface area of cone formula is pi RL. Curved surface area of a hemisphere is 2 pi r square. After substitution, we can take out the common factors outside. 22 by 7, radius is 3.5 and the slant height is 12.5 plus 2 into 22 by 7 into 3.5 the whole square. So 22 by 7 is a common factor. 3.5 can be a common factor. So 12.5 plus 2 into 3.5, because out of 3.5 whole square, one of the 3 point factor, 3.5, we have taken it out as common factor, the remaining 3.5. So 22 by 7 into 3.5 into 12.5 plus 7 is 19.5. 7 and 0.5. 22 into 5 is 110. So 11 into, with 10 decimal place, 19.5. 195 into 11. (214.5 centimeter square). So by this you can learn how to find the square root by long division. To get the slant height L, you may have to apply the long division method to find the square. Question number 4. A cubical block of side 7 centimeter is surmounted by a hemisphere. What is the greatest diameter the hemisphere can have? Find the surface area of the solid. A detailed figure you can see in page 242, example 2. A similar sum is given in page 242 and example 2. I will be showing you only the face of the cube, which is on which the hemisphere is kept. A cubical block of side 7 centimeter. That means the face of the cube is square shape, and on the face of this cube, a hemisphere is covering the face like this, and this is the area visible to us. So now you have to find out the surface area of the solid. The surface area of the solid will be, you can see there are 5 faces for the cube, then the surface area of the hemisphere as well as the edge shown as in the diagram. To get the surface area of the cube, the following method will be adopted. So, surface area of solid is equal to the surface area of cube plus surface area of hemisphere. The surface area of the cube will be, the total surface area is 6a square. From that 6a square, from the face where the hemisphere is kept, you have to subtract the area of the circle, which will give you the shaded region. That will be the surface area of the cube plus the surface area of the hemisphere is 2 pi r square. Therefore, 6a square minus pi r square plus 2 pi r square will simplify as 6a square plus pi r square, and it is 6 into the edge of the side is given as 7 centimeter. The diameter of a cubical block of side 7 centimeter is surmounted by a hemisphere. That means the edge of the cube is 7 square plus 22 by 7 into the radius is 7 by 2 into 7 by 2. So 49 into 6 plus 77 by 2, 49 into 6, 9 6 are 54, 5, 24 plus 5, 29, 294 plus 38.5, is the same as 332.5 centimeter square. For the figure on the solid, refer example 2 and page number 242. I have highlighted the face where the hemispherical solid has been kept. Question number 5. A similar question, the same question, instead of a hemisphere which has been kept or surmounted by a hemisphere on the cube, it is a hemispherical depression. But the formula, everything remains the same. A hemispherical depression is cut out from one side of a cubical wooden block such that the diameter L of the hemisphere is equal to the edge of the cube. Determine the surface area of the remaining solid. It's a general formula. Instead of the edge of the cube as 7 centimeter, the edge is given as L centimeter. That is, the surface area of cube of the solid is equal to surface area of cube plus surface area of hemispherical depression. Formula remains the same. That is, the total surface area of a cube is 6a square, from where the place where the hemispherical depression is made, you will be having only the shaded region, which shows that minus pi r square plus the surface area of the depression part is 2 pi r square, or 6a square plus pi r square, 6 into L square plus 22 by 7 into L by 2, the whole square, 6L square plus 22L square by 2 square is 4, 7 4s are 28, or it is 28 into 6, 8 6 are 48, 4, 12 plus 4, 16. 168 L square plus 22 L square by 28, 8 plus 2, 10, 7, 9, 190 L square by 28 centimeter square. That will be the surface area of the solid. The remaining questions we will do in the next class. By heart all the formulas so that the exercise questions will be very easy.